Hi guys. C-Drama greets you. Hua Shu saw the scene in the mirror and turned back to Lanfang. Sure enough, she found that the wound on his chest came from the Nirvana wheel, which further confirmed that the murderer was related to the Fox clan. All the immortals were indignant, and they all said yes. Only Yufeng Immortal Lord is rational and calm and bluntly said that before the truth has not been found out, do not make hasty conclusions, otherwise you will betray the true body of the Emperor and die for the world, and peace will come to the world of immortals and monsters. Not easy. One of the immortals came forward to agree, saying that he had fought against Hongruo and found that the murderers and Hongruo's spiritual attack methods were completely different, so the top priority was to be cautious. The master of Hongyi Mountain proposed to use tracking techniques to find the traces of the murderer, but he ended up all the way to Daze Mountain, which surprised the immortals. Hua Shu and others stopped at the mountain gate, making such a loud noise that it alarmed the entire Daze Mountain disciples. Ayan forced her weak body to come forward to greet him. Hearing that Hua Shu angrily accused Daze Mountain of harboring the monsters who killed Emperor Lanfang, he was slightly stunned and thought of Hongyi. However, Hongyi has a good character and is definitely not the real murderer of Lanfang. Kuching even came forward to clarify. However, Hua Shu lost her mind and used a sky-shielding umbrella to uncover Hongyi, forcing Kuching to fight back with the ancient emperor sword. Faced with this situation, the Moria king rarely understood the righteousness and persuaded his daughter to calm down. Especially when he heard that Xianxia represented Daze Shan as a guarantor for Hongyi, he started to investigate the fairy net at the suggestion of Yufeng Shenzhen. Search around. Because Kinglin was given by pure demonic power, which was enough to check and balance the Demigod's magic weapon, he was naturally not afraid of it. Sure enough, the immortals did not detect any abnormality in Daze Mountain. The so-called fox demon Hongyi was only qualified to be a subordinate, and there was absolutely no way he could kill Emperor Lanfang with his own hands. At present, the suspicion of the Fox clan has not been eliminated. After Yufeng Immortal Lord left Daze Mountain, he sent an immortal envoy to report to the Ming Demon Emperor to conduct a thorough investigation of the Fox clan. Xianxia is pleased that Kuching has grown up and temporarily entrusts him to take charge of Daze Mountain. He will abandon the five senses and concentrate on cultivating the magic lamp with Xianju. After refining the magic elixir in Kuching, unexpectedly the elixir broke into pieces automatically. Ayan was so weak that she couldn't feel her breath. Yan Shuang was shocked and lamented that the exhaustion of her immortal energy was a sign of death. Kuching couldn't believe it when he heard this. He recalled that his process of refining the elixir was not wrong at all, and suddenly realized that Baibo must have hidden something from him, which led to the failure of refining the elixir. Kuching decided to take Ayan to Zishu Mountain. He had to ask Baibo for clarification, but he was worried about Hongyi's promotion. In order to dispel Kuching's worries, Yanshuang said that he would take Qingyi and the others to help Hongyi survive the thunderstorm. Hua Shu returned to Baniao Island to question the Peacock King, guessing that the relationship between Hongruo and the demons was the reason that killed Emperor Lanfang. However, the Peacock King refused to admit it even to death, and secretly sought out Hongruo, fearing that the matter would be exposed sooner or later. If she waited for Emperor Fengyuan to come back, given her friendship with Hongruo, she would definitely go to the Fox clan to investigate the truth in person. Here Baibo is still competing with 3 fire dragons, but Kuching has come in a hurry and scolded him for deceiving him. Baibo really didn't expect Kuching to actually get the 10,000-year flying beast inner elixir, so he had to say that the last medicine was even more difficult to find, which was the Jiayuan demonic essence in the heart of the god-killing cow. As we all know, the god-killing flower is extremely dangerous and difficult for ordinary fairy monsters to approach, not to mention that Kuching's magical power has not yet been activated and he is injured. Even so, Kuching decided to break into the 9 Abyss Hell and take the risk no matter what. It was impossible to watch the death of his beloved with his own eyes. Before leaving, Kuching handed the Fire Phoenix Jade to Baibo for safekeeping. Thunder was rolling outside the Changsheng Palace, heavily covering the top of the Yanshan Palace. A group of Daze Shan disciples were waiting outside, and Yanshuang even flew away to resist several thunder tribulations for Hongyi. On the other hand, Hongyi had already sensed the demonic energy around him, and was immediately invaded by the demonic energy and lost his mind. He rushed out of the hall, broke the formation, and took away the magic lamp despite the obstruction of the immortals. Originally, the magic lamp had burned 8 stars, and the last star showed a little fluorescence with only 1 breath left. Even if Xianxia and Xianju spent all their spiritual power, they still could not stop Hongyi's evil deeds. A magnificent thunder and lightning fell from the sky, instantly penetrating Hongyi and the magic lamp, causing Hongyi's spiritual power to be absorbed by the thunder and lightning that turned into a god, and all of it was injected into his body, and he was directly promoted to a god. The 10 tails were shocking to everyone. Yanshuang and his disciples watched Xinshan and Shenzu's black hair turn to white, showing signs of dying immortals, and felt sad and despairing in their hearts. All the disciples rushed to the main hall without fear of death, vowing to live and die with Daze Mountain. Hongyi destroyed the magic lamp to extinguish the immortal veins and summoned the demon army to attack Daze Mountain. He showed a cruel smile, which made Yanshuang's back feel cold and felt extremely strange. Xianxia handed over Qingyi to Yanshuang, hoping that she would take Qingyi out alive, firstly to inform the three realms of what happened to Dazeshan today, and secondly to preserve the last trace of Dazeshan's blood. In the end, Xianxia and Shinzu restrained Qingyi and cast spells to send him and Yanshuang out of Daze Mountain. The remaining disciples used their bodies as sword formations, and the mournful cries echoed through the entire valley. They and the demon army perished together. At the same time, Hongyi was dragged back by Cheng Lin, as there was still use in keeping him. Kuching was dealing with the god-killing flower alone and suddenly felt like his heart was twisting in a knife. Mention in the comments if you are waiting for the next episode.